Hey, True Believers, Englentine here with a review of Batman White Knight issue number 2. So there were some worries, and I mentioned this with the review of the first issue as well, that there would be a bit of politic playing, you know, some let's blame the hero, let's accept the bad guy, the villain, you know, the whole bit about how there is moral relativity. What you think is bad is not bad to others, so why do you think it's bad? Blah, 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 yada, yada, that you've been hearing. You know, the kind of stuff that's made a hero out of Michael Brown. And I was happy to see the first issue, and I was happy that kind of politics wasn't involved. And this issue furthers that. It really is done well. It opens with the fact that we're seeing the Joker. It's his trial, and he's basically saying, you know, I'm the victim here. I am. You know, there's been no real proof. They couldn't find any. They made up the Joker. They made up my crimes. And the public eats it up. He gets off scot-free. And he goes back to his house, and he sees Harley Quinn. Now, here's a weird thing about this book, and, oh, by the way, yes, spoiler alert. However, when he gets there, he meets the Daddy's Little Girl version, the Suicide Squad movie version of Harley Quinn, and she just loves the Joker and the evil and the mayhem that he would do. And he even proposes, yet because he is now Joseph Kerr, or whatever his name, Jack Napier, I think they're playing it off in this particular issue. She doesn't like it. She wants the evil back. She wants the madness. And then she gets hit over the head, and we find out that Harley Quinn was actually in love with the man behind the Joker. And I like the play on this. I like the play on this because it just, you know, kind of, the one in the animated series, you really can't believe that that's what she wanted, was the man behind the mask, so to speak. And yes, there was a dream sequence in the movie, but I guess they decided to downplay that. However, right away you have to think, wait a second, there's not two Harley Quinns. So something's going on here. And that something has to be psychological. I mean, if there are physically not two Harley Quinn bodies, then there is a war inside the mind of either Harley Quinn or Jack Napier. And who is seeing what? That's at least what I came out of the story with. And I kind of like that. I kind of like the whole psychological bit that has two sides fighting. So we cut to this scene where Mr. Freeze cures his disease so he can come out of the suit, but when he does, he instantly ages. So that makes them afraid of what's going to happen if they undo Nora Freeze. So I mean, once again, it's just a lot of really good ideas in this book. The art is the same as the last time, so if you enjoyed it, you're going to enjoy it here. Same as the colors, basically the cinematography if this was a movie. I mean, it's done very well. In my opinion, it fits the story perfectly. If there's anything here that I would have a problem with, it's the fact that I saw it coming. The ending here, I thought, well, if they're not going to play up the moral relativity, if they're not going to say that all along Batman was the villain and Joker was the hero, then there's more to it. And then you got to think, okay, then how would this play out? How would they do it where you have Batman going to jail because of something the Joker did? And unfortunately, I guessed it right. And I know it's like on one hand, it's good. I'm very happy the fact that they didn't do the whole moral relativity, the Michael Brown's the hero, blah, blah, blah with the Joker. And I do love the road that they're taking to get there. I like having everything explained to the Joker's, you know, why Harley liked him and why she had to leave him and all that kind of stuff. That I like the parts that explain the thoughts behind the characters, behind the evil, so to speak. So I love getting to the destination that this issue arrived at. And I kind of enjoy the destination because I saw it coming. But on the other hand, I was also like, oh, well, you know, it's always nice to be surprised as well. However, this scene right here where Bruce Wayne learns that there are actual profiteers that have been profiting off of Batman's war on crime, genius. And it makes sense. Well, if Batman's always hanging around here, property values drop. So then, you know, people can buy it cheap, flip it, make it so it's not a high crime area, you know, because Batman's been around. And then, you know, when they got a certain tax break, you sell it. Right, you know, or something along those lines. And I was thinking, that's genius. That's a great idea because you know that kind of stuff would happen. And it wouldn't just be the evil millionaires. It would be anybody who wants to make a buck. Shit, just watch the YouTube or the, what is that channel that has all the house flipping shows. This is the kind of thing people would jump all over. I thought that was a really good insight. And it's always nice to see when a book decides to think outside the box. It really does. And that's this kind of story so far. Now, did it carry over the same energy as the first issue? I would have to say no. It has dipped a little bit, but it's still a very good story, and it's one that's easy to recommend. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? What's your opinion? I mean, you know, I think it's really cool that they go one way, but kind of disappointed that it's not a surprise to me because I figured it out, what was going on already. You know, what kind of thing would you be into as far as this is concerned? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything else. Also, we have a VIDME and a Patreon if you don't mind helping us out. Drop $1 in the till. The links are in the description below. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone. For all the true believers for whom this book made them do an emergency bat turn, thank you very, very much for watching.
I always cheer, I always squeal when he cries out,
To the Batmobile!
Commissioner's on the bat phone, talking to the duo.